INFJs, often celebrated for their compassion and idealism, possess a lesser-known quality, the potential to become workaholics. Beneath their empathetic exterior lies a passionate drive that can lead them down a path of relentless dedication to their work. In this video, we're not only going to talk about what are the things that actually make them go crazy about working, we will also be trying to help all the INFJs that struggle with this problem with some pieces of advice.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
If you know anyone that could benefit from this, feel free to share it. Now, let's get down to the list. 1. The idealism. If you're an INFJ, you probably often wonder why the simplest everyday task can feel like such a hurdle, while diving into profound ideas and philosophical questions comes naturally. As INFJs, we are the dreamers and the poets of the world. We find ourselves drawn to the abstract, the emotional, and the symbolic. Our way of communication is often through profound questions that shape our existence. It's a challenge to fit into a system that values straightforward, literal communication and practicality.
Refuse that didn't fit into the system. Until someone had the bright idea of recycling us.
But remember, it's this very quality that makes us unique. This ability to ponder the big questions, to empathize deeply, and to see the world through a different lens provides an invaluable set of insights and perspectives to the world. 2. Perfectionism and high standards. As an INFJ, your innate idealism often leads you to set exceptionally high standards for yourself and the world around you. You have an unquenchable thirst for making things better, and you hold yourself to a relentless pursuit of perfection in everything you do. While this dedication to excellence is a noble trait, it can also become a double-edged sword.
It's double-sided. Do it.
You can become so absorbed in the quest to meet these lofty standards that you often neglect self-care and work yourself to exhaustion. The pressure you put on yourself to achieve perfection can lead to burnout and stress, and it's important to recognize when you're crossing that line. Remember, it's perfectly fine to strive for excellence, but it's equally important to find a healthy balance. Embrace your high standards as a source of inspiration, not as a burden, and everything is going to be just fine. 3. Passion and dedication. Passion and dedication are your superpowers. They fuel your desire to change the world, to make it a better place. But here's the twist. They can also turn you into a workaholic. You're so passionate about your ideals that you dive headfirst into your projects. You lose track of time and place, driven by that burning desire to do good. But you forget to take breaks. You forget to rest. You're like a superhero on a mission, and you just can't see the kryptonite.
I was a superhero on a mission.
And guess what? It's burnout. It's stressful. It's neglecting your own well-being. I get it. Your heart's in the right place, but your well-being matters too. So remember this, passion and dedication are awesome, but don't forget that even superheroes need to recharge. Take care of yourself. Find that balance. You can't change the world if you're running on empty. 4. Empathy and helping others. INFJs, your incredible gift of empathy and your passion for helping others can be both a blessing and a curse. Deep down, you can feel it, even if you don't admit it to yourself.
Just too scared to admit it to yourself.
When you see someone in need, it's as if a fire ignites within you, and you can't help but rush to their aid. You get so absorbed in making a positive impact that you lose track of time and your own well-being. You're on a mission, and there's no stopping you. But here's the thing, your empathy and dedication can lead you to neglecting yourself. You pour all your energy into others, often forgetting to recharge your own batteries. You might be helping others, but you're often running low on resources yourself. Now, this is not a suggestion to stop caring. That's not an option for you. Instead, try to remember that even the most compassionate heroes need to take a break. You can't be a beacon of light for others if you're running on empty. Don't forget to take care of yourself. It's not selfish. It's a necessity to keep shining your light on the world.
Shining it all around the elevator.
5. Escape from emotional turmoil. For INFJs, work is more than just a means to earn a living. It's a refuge, a sanctuary, a way to escape the turbulent seas of your emotional turmoil. When personal issues and inner demons loom large, you dive headfirst into their task, like a lifeboat offering safety in the midst of a tempest. Deep within you, you know it's not about procrastination or avoidance, but about seeking solace and productivity.
You know it, and I know it.
Yet in your earnest pursuit of finding refuge in work, as an INFJ, you will sometimes bury yourself so deep that you forget to confront the very issues you sought to escape. Work serves as both your armor, shielding you from the emotional storm, and your escape route. It's a heart-wrenching truth, one where your passion for work can offer much-needed respite, but also has the potential to inadvertently prolong the emotional battles you need to face.
You're ready to face what you have to face.
But all you really have to do to make things okay is to understand that this is not the only way out. You are able to be the master of your own thoughts. You can learn how to control these little voices inside your head. And when you do that, everything will fall into its place. 6. Fear of failure. Fear of failure stalks many INFJs, especially when it comes to their lofty, idealistic aspirations. This fear isn't just a nagging worry. It's a driving force that compels them to push harder, work longer, and strive incessantly. It's the fear of falling short, of not living up to that grand vision they've set for themselves that haunts them. This fear is their relentless taskmaster, demanding perfection, driving them to chase it.
No, I didn't chase it.
But this fear can be consuming. It can turn your life into a never-ending race against your own doubts and insecurities. It's a haunting specter that can lead to workaholic tendencies, driven by an unyielding pursuit of excellence and a determination to prove yourself worthy. It's a battle, it's a struggle, and it's an integral part of the INFJ experience.
There was no turning back. With struggle, from then on.
7. Introspection and overthinking. The INFJ's mind is a constant battleground of introspection, where they tirelessly question themselves and the world. It's their way of making sense of things, but sometimes it turns into a never-ending cycle of overthinking. When it comes to your work, you don't just dip your toes, you dive headfirst into a pool of overthinking.
You're overthinking.
INFJs don't just do the job, they overanalyze every bit of it. It's not a regular 9 to 5. It's like a non-stop emotional roller coaster. They're not workers, they're artists, scrutinizing every detail. It's a process that swallows hours, disrupts sleep, and engulfs them in their work. You're not just doing the job, you're living it, breathing it, feeling it in your bones. It's the relentless pursuit of excellence that drives your overthinking, turning every single thing you do into a passionate masterpiece.
I don't usually tell people what I'm going to write, but Miss Grandin, this is a masterpiece.
To manage your introspection and overthinking, try to set boundaries between work and personal life. Prioritize self-care and embrace the imperfection. Practice mindfulness and set realistic goals so you can find a balance between your introspective nature and a healthier work-life parity. Remember, it's about using your qualities effectively, not pushing yourself over the edge. 8. External validation. The worst thing that can make an INFJ a workaholic is the never-ending need of external validation. As an INFJ, you often crave recognition and approval, which serves as a lifeline in the turbulent sea of self-doubt. Doing the job isn't enough, as there is a constant desire to be recognized and applauded by others.
Callback in French applause.
This need for external validation can push you to work excessively. When you run a marathon, you can't just cross the finish line. You need to hear the cheering crowds roar. But this relentless pursuit of approval can lead to burnout. It can become a never-ending chase that leaves you emotionally drained.
One night, I was so exhausted and emotionally drained, I went to bed.
And you're not alone in this journey. Many of us can relate to the craving for validation. But as an INFJ, it's essential to remember that your worth doesn't solely rely on others' approval. Find that inner validation, the recognition from yourself, and embrace the value of your own efforts. Your work matters, and you matter, regardless of who claps at the finish line. So now I hope that this video showed you that everything can be solved and that you really shouldn't put yourself over the edge of becoming a workaholic. You're great just the way you are, and there's no need of escaping your thoughts. Many people learn how to make peace with their demons, and I am absolutely sure you are soon going to be one of them. If you want to know about some creepy things that all INFJs do, make sure to check out the video we did on the topic. Also, hit that subscribe button for more value-packed content like this every single week.